Are you a studio portrait photographer, but you're not sure how to set your lights up for a film noir style portrait session? Well, today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I set my lights up for a 3-light setup in my small studio. So let's jump in.
Okay, so we've got Dexter in the studio today, and I'm just doing a light setup. So, what I have got, and at the moment you can see I've got a rim light set up, which is just catching a little bit of light behind Dexter. So, what I have got is I have got the newer HS60C. So, this is the RGB color one. And I've got it set up with a magnum reflector and barn doors. So that is getting just my rim light on Dexter, and you can see the doors still open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on my next light, which is my main fill light. And it's probably a little bit too bright, so I'm just going to turn it down a bit. So that's on 75%. I've got everything on 5600 kelvins. This is the Zhiyun Mollis 200, and I've got the newer 65 centimeter quick release softbox on that. And that is giving me some beautiful, beautiful light on Dexter. So I've got main light and I have got spill light. Now what I have got is the newer CB200 and the newer LS39 spotlight. And this is going to be my gobo. So when I turn that on, so that is giving a gorgeous spotlight to Dexter. Now I can reduce that, the softness and the sharpness. So by using this little knob here. So if I spin that round, I can make that softer, sharper, or smaller, depending on what I want. So that's quite sharp, or then I can bring that in so it's quite soft. That's just using that little knob there. Now I can change the baffles here so it's not a circle. I can have it as a split. I can also put some gobos in there as well. So these are the little gobos or the go-betweens that you get. So there's different shapes. So there's windows and Venetian blinds in here somewhere and palm leaves. There's all sorts of things that you can play with, and they can give you different effects on your backdrop. But for today's shoot, I'm probably just going to stick with the good old film noir Hollywood style spotlight, and I will show you some photos for that a bit later. So as you can see, I've got my scene set up here, and if I look on the back of my monitor here, even though I've got the overheads on and the door open, it's quite dark and you can't really see much. I've got my settings on ISO 640, my aperture's on 5.6, and I'm on 1/125th of a second, but let's see what happens when I turn on the individual lights. So I have just turned on my rim light, which is just over there, and that's just giving a little bit of light to the back of the chair. So let's see what happens now when I turn on my main fill light. So that's with my main fill light setup. So it is now quite well lit. It's got a little bit of a rim light or a hair light, which I will adjust when my model comes in and sits down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my spotlight or my gobo on. So now I have got a beautifully lit spotlight as well as the main light and of course my hair or rim light. So that is my 3-light setup for my film noir look.
So this is just a basic layout of the studio. As you can see, the rim or hair light in the background. Then in the foreground, I've got my main fill light. Then over onto the right-hand side, I've got my gobo or my spotlight. So that's how I set them up in the studio. I thought I'd share a few of the photos that I took on this film noir shoot, so with model Sky. And as you can see, we've got this gorgeous spotlight that's giving that beautiful circle, and the main light is giving beautiful light to her face. This is with the Venetian blind in the gobo, so you can see it gives that different subtle effect. This is without the spotlight, but still had that beautiful main light on her. Back to the spotlight again, and I've got the hair light, which is just giving just a tiny kick of light to it. So that is my setup. Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.